What if I told you that Real Madrid just fired one of Europe's best coaches after only 8 months because their spoiled superstar players couldn't handle being asked to show up to training on time? By the end of this video, you'll discover the shocking truth about how player power destroyed Xabi Alonso's project and why the entire football world is saying Real Madrid's current crisis is exactly what they deserve.
He has told Real Madrid, hey, I am not saying anything about a new contract as long as Alonso's here.
Look, if you've been following football lately, you saw the headlines. Xabi Alonso sacked by Real Madrid out of nowhere. But here's what the media isn't telling you. This wasn't about tactics or bad results. This was about millionaire athletes throwing tantrums because their new coach expected them to act like professionals. And if you don't understand what really happened behind closed doors at the Bernabeu, you're missing the biggest scandal in football right now, one that exposes everything broken about modern football and why Real Madrid is imploding from the inside out.
And it doesn't take many. It takes 2 or 3 to not want to do what they're supposed to be doing, and the whole thing just becomes so unbalanced.
But here's the part that'll blow your mind. One specific player led the rebellion against Alonso, and when you find out what he did to get the coach fired, you're going to understand why fans are celebrating Madrid's downfall. Stick around because the receipts I'm about to show you are absolutely damning, and this story gets way worse before it gets better. Let me set the scene for you. Florentino Perez chased Xabi Alonso for years. This is a Real Madrid legend, a guy who almost won the treble with Bayer Leverkusen without losing a single game. He was one of the hottest coaching prospects in world football. When Alonso finally agreed to join in May 2025, Perez told him exactly what he wanted: modernize the team, bring discipline, fix the bad habits that had developed under Carlo Ancelotti's laid-back approach. Alonso was given full permission to tighten things up. And then, just 8 months later, he was gone. The announcement came out of nowhere. Players didn't know, staff didn't know. According to reports, one senior figure at the club literally found out Alonso had been sacked while standing in the frozen food aisle at a supermarket. But here's where it gets interesting. This wasn't a mutual agreement like Madrid claimed. Sources close to Alonso confirmed he told the club directly that their decision was wrong and unfair, and that they were sacking him because of player power. After that Super Cup final loss to Barcelona, there was a moment on the podium where Alonso briefly embraced Florentino Perez. At the time, it looked normal. In hindsight, Perez had already made up his mind. That 3-2 loss wasn't even that bad. Madrid were way more competitive than the year before when they got destroyed 5-2, but it didn't matter. And if you're already shocked by how dirty this situation is, go ahead and smash that like button right now, because what I'm about to reveal next is going to make you lose all respect for some of these Real Madrid players. So what did Xabi Alonso actually do that was so terrible? Brace yourself, because this is going to sound insane. He asked players to show up to training on time. He asked them to train with intensity. He wanted them to pay attention during tactical meetings. He increased video analysis sessions. He restricted access to the dressing room to prevent leaks. That's it. Those were his crimes. And multiple Real Madrid superstars couldn't handle it. According to The Athletic, players like Mbappe, Tchouaméni, Arda Güler, and Asensio believed in the coach. But Vinicius Jr., Jude Bellingham, and Federico Valverde were not fans of Alonso's methods. Let me repeat that. Some of the highest-paid athletes on planet Earth found it too difficult to show up on time and pay attention in meetings. Now, Bellingham denied the reports on his own app, saying he never had issues with Alonso. But Vinicius, he absolutely had problems, and he never hid them. The Athletic reported that when Alonso arrived, he walked into a dressing room that had developed many bad habits over 4 years under Ancelotti. It was a just play and vibes mentality with no accountability. Alonso tried to change that, but some of Madrid's senior players didn't like the extra tactical meetings, the heavier training, or being told how to behave. Now, here's where the controversy explodes. In late October and early November, Madrid were flying. They had won 13 of their first 14 games, beaten Barcelona at the Bernabeu, and were 5 points clear at the top. Everything looked perfect from the outside, but the cracks were widening. During El Clasico, in the 72nd minute with Madrid leading, Alonso substituted Vinicius Jr., and the Brazilian lost his mind. As he walked off and went straight into the tunnel, witnesses reported him shouting, "Always me! I'm leaving the team! It's better if I leave!" Let that sink in. Madrid were winning El Clasico, and their star player threw a tantrum because he got substituted. The relationship between Alonso and Vinicius had been toxic from the start. Back in July, during the Club World Cup semifinal against PSG, Alonso played Vinicius on the right wing instead of his usual left side. Madrid lost 4-0, Vinicius was ineffective, and from that moment on, he never felt comfortable with Alonso. Another incident happened against Espanyol. Vinicius was subbed off in the 77th minute with Madrid up 2-0. Alonso tried to explain, but Vinicius was visibly annoyed and stormed off. And here's the kicker. After one of these outbursts, Vinicius met with Florentino Perez. He apologized for his behavior, but he also made something very clear. He didn't want to extend his contract while his relationship with Alonso remained broken. His deal runs until 2027, and renewal talks stopped that day. A player essentially held the club hostage by refusing to negotiate unless the coach was fired. After the Super Cup final loss to Barcelona, there was a moment that revealed everything. As Barcelona prepared to collect their trophy, Alonso waved his arms and called his players over, trying to organize them. But they didn't follow. Mbappe, standing nearby, gestured for the players to go in the opposite direction. The moment Alonso realized what was happening, that he had no control, he stopped, sighed, and accepted it. You could see it written all over his body language. His own players were publicly ignoring him on live television. And that's when everyone realized Xabi Alonso had lost the dressing room. Madrid never fined or punished Vinicius for any of his outbursts, not once. That told Alonso everything about where the club's priorities were. After Alonso was sacked, many Madrid players posted messages of support. Bellingham did, but Vinicius stayed silent, and sources confirmed it was deliberate. One source told The Athletic, "The issue isn't Xabi. Mbappe, Vinicius, and Bellingham just don't fit together." Fans sensed this too. The Bernabeu was whistling the players, not the coach. But in these situations, the manager never wins. It's easier and cheaper to get rid of one coach than multiple superstars. And if this whole story has opened your eyes to what's really broken at Real Madrid, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I cover football's biggest controversies every week. And trust me, this Madrid disaster is far from over. So there you have it. Real Madrid's downfall isn't about bad luck or referees. It's about a club that hired one of Europe's brightest coaching minds and then fired him because spoiled superstars couldn't handle being asked to act like professionals. Xabi Alonso will land somewhere that backs him properly and probably win trophies. This will be another case of Madrid losing someone they didn't fully value. And now the endless Real Madrid cycle begins again. Hire a tactical coach, players revolt, fire him. Hire a good vibes coach, win trophies, players get complacent, fire him. Rinse and repeat. It shows you the one constant truth about Real Madrid. No matter who you are, no matter how smart you are, Florentino Perez always has the final say. And he told Xabi Alonso goodbye. Because at Real Madrid, it seems they need a babysitter, not a manager. The downfall is deserved, and it's only going to get worse from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.